Your child has just lost a match or a competition or a race that was really important to them. And as a parent, you're going to want to say three things that come to mind. Three things which are completely right and completely true, but also completely unhelpful for that moment. You're sitting in the car and your child is heartbroken, and the first thing you're probably going to want to say to them is, oh, it's only a game, it's just a race, it's just a competition. And do you know what? In the grand scheme of the entire universe, you are completely right. It is just a game, chasing a ball, or a race in a pool, or a bit of a competition. But to your child in that moment, that race, that game, that competition is the most important thing in the universe. And by saying to them it's just a game, you're minimizing how they genuinely feel about that sporting experience. And so whilst you're completely right, you've actually crushed some of their natural desire and passion by dismissing the importance of the game. The second thing you're most likely to want to say is, I know you're upset, but you'll get over it. And that's completely true. They will get over it. Children are incredibly resilient and incredibly resourceful, and emotionally they're a lot stronger than we often give them credit for. But again, in that moment, that's not the helpful thing to say. In that moment, they don't want to get over it. They want to grieve. They want to be upset. And grief is a very normal, natural human emotion, and one that we should encourage. Think about as your child grows up and they experience more significant moments of grief in their life. You don't want them thinking, oh, I'll just get over this. You want them to express that grief. And it's the same thing after an important sporting occasion. The third thing you're likely to want to say is, but you did your best. You tried your hardest. And again, that is completely true, but it's not very helpful. It's a consolation prize. And in that moment, your child doesn't want a consolation prize. They want the prize that they were after. So here's my advice for that car journey. Firstly, make sure your body language and your facial expressions say, I know you're in pain and I'm here for you. Secondly, don't be afraid of the silence. Don't be afraid of the tears, and don't be afraid of the hurt. They're all part of human emotions and experience. And sometimes we parents rush to wipe the tears away, rush to try and make everything better. But in that moment, our child needs us not to make it better, but they need to know that they are safely loved by us. And our presence, our hand on their shoulder, our facial expression that says, I know you're gutted. And lastly, do lots and lots of listening. Let them express their emotions. That is the healthiest thing you can do for them at that point, is let them express how they genuinely feel and not to bottle it up. I know it hurts as a parent to see your child in pain, but it is incredibly helpful for our children to be able to express that pain without what they might feel is a judgmental environment. That car journey after a loss is hard on us parents as well as on our child. And those three things that instinctively you're going to want to say are completely true. But sometimes as a parent, the truth needs to stay inside our heads, and we just need to be there for our children. Allow your children to grow through the experience of disappointment. And then when the time is right, and you know your child better than I do, so that might be in the car, it might be 3 or 4 days later, you might ask, you experienced that pain. What can you do next time to improve? What would help you avoid that pain of disappointment next time? Maybe that would be the way they train, the way they prepare. There could be a huge number of reasons. It takes courageous honesty to reflect on how best to support our children on and off the sports pitch. Can I invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel or sign up to my newsletter in the comments section so that I can inspire you to be a courageously honest parent.